Hello, I'm Michael Clark, the project manager for Seattle City Light's Denny Substation project, the first substation investment by the utility in over 30 years. The Denny Substation project began more than a decade ago when City Light initiated a search for the site back in 2002. The site selection process identified the sites of the former Greyhound maintenance facility and the parking lot to the west as the most viable and preferred sites in 2004, and culminated in 2009 with the purchase of the parcels that comprise the current project site. City Light's efforts for a new substation, along with associated transmission circuits and South Lake Union network, provides for the critical electrical power infrastructure elements in the City of Seattle's efforts to support increased economic development of the urban centers that make up the North Downtown area. These neighborhoods include the South Lake Union Urban Center, the Denny Triangle area of the Downtown Urban Center, the Uptown Urban Center, and the First Hill Urban Center, collectively known as the North Downtown area or the NODO area. As part of its long-term strategy in support of the load density and to meet the increased reliability demands of the high-tech and biotech industries, while also addressing the physical constraints of providing service in a dense urban environment, City Light proposes a new network distribution system for South Lake Union and increased capacity support to the systems in the Denny Triangle and Uptown areas to meet the changing electrical service needs in these neighborhoods. Now, to help clarify what a substation does, I will describe the basics of power delivery. Power is produced at the generation source. Approximately 50% of City Light's power is generated at our hydroelectric facilities on the Skagit River and in the northeastern corner of the state at Boundary Dam. The voltage from the generation source is increased to higher voltages and then transmitted via high-capacity transmission circuits for delivery to substations in the city. Once the power reaches the substation, the voltage is then decreased to primary system levels for delivery to the transformers found on utility poles or in the underground vaults throughout the city. These transformers then decrease the voltage to the service levels that are used in our homes and businesses. This describes the distribution element of a substation's function. City Light must also regulate the power flow on the transmission system so that operation of the transmission grid is optimized for the region via the utility's interconnection to the Pacific Northwest transmission grid. In effect, substations serve as a control valve on the transmission grid. Seattle City Light is a member of the Columbia Grid. As you can see from this map, our transmission system is a small part of a very large Pacific Northwest transmission grid. We must operate our transmission power flows so that it does not negatively impact our system, but also the systems of our sister utilities as well. The new Denny substation will bring needed improvements to City Light's transmission system that will allow us to better manage and control our power flows on the transmission grid to the benefit of both Seattle City Light and the other utilities connected to the transmission grid. This is a clear illustration of how the new Denny substation will function as a critical regional facility as well as providing capacity for the North Downtown area. This map shows substation locations within the City Light service territory. Right in the middle, you can see Denny Substation. It will be connected on the transmission grid to Broad Substation, East Pine Substation, and in the future, the Massachusetts Substation. This map shows Seattle's urban centers and villages. As you can see, the location of City Light substations aligns with these more dense load centers in the City of Seattle. This shows how City Light's infrastructure supports the City of Seattle's development policies. I hope this presentation was informative. If you have questions or comments, please email us at the address on the screen. And again, I'm Michael Clark, the project manager for Seattle City Light's Denny Substation project. Thank you.